morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching Bitcoin Morpheus video. I am here to free your mind.
You know what you're trying to do.
With that said, thank you for watching my videos. We got an exciting show here planned for you guys, right? We're going to be talking about, is there a mad rush for corporations to buy Bitcoins? And we're going to talk about a little bit about that in today's show, as well as doing TA on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And also, we're going to have your questions and answers at the end, but only for people who are watching this stream live. If you're not watching the stream live and you would like to watch the stream live, you can just purchase a DJ15 tokens. And yeah, the link's in the description below on how to do so and how to enter the group so that you can also participate in the live show and ask questions as well. All right, so let's get on to the TA for today. As you know, let me just get on to Bitcoin here. As you know, we can see that Bitcoin is off and popping. It's heading up to $11,025 right now, and seems to want to go, but I'm concerned because this could be a turner. This is a turnaround point. This is like a serious resistance level here. If it turns around here at any time and it doesn't break, we have to have a 4-hour close above this line here. Once we do that, then you can say, okay, fine, we were off to the races a little bit, because there's still a little bit, there's more resistance to go once we break past here, but that's a positive sign. But we've got to do that. We've got to close this. Above this 11,100 level. And the only issue is that this dabble here is a double dip dabble, meaning more often than not, this comes all the way back down to the other side, right? So I'm wondering if that double dip dabble will fire this time around. Difficult to say. We can see that. What's going on? Hopefully everything's good.
Yeah, I hope so, because I saw like a couple of comments that there was no volume.
No volume?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but
yeah,
he's not complaining anymore about it. So I
no,
don't know what's happening.
That's right. For the what's it called? When you were actually saying the disclaimer, I forgot to put the mic on for you. That's why there was no volume.
Okay, no financial advice.
That's right. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, well, we'll fix that for next time, right? Okay. So, anyways, as I was saying, yeah, so $11,100, $111. We have to break through that, close above that, and then we can say, okay, all right, Bitcoin, very good. The golf clap, very good, very good. Right? Because really, it's got to break above the 12,000 level, right, to really to make this thing go. Wow. Okay, there we go. So once we get above the 12,000 level on the daily, you can see here, we have the daily close above the 12,000, right? Once we do that, that's off to the races. Oops, wrong screen. Right there. So right about the $12,000 level, right, this red line right here, once we break a daily close, above that, we can see Bitcoin like start to fly. Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit of a W here though, which is always a positive sign. So Bitcoin, it looks like it wants to break this SAR, and which is what I kind of expected, actually, now that I think about it. But I was thinking maybe we should like dip down, at least visit the 9,600 level one time. But oh well, Bitcoin will do whatever Bitcoin wants to do. So the next thing I see right here is that if we come up to the 12,000, we fail, and we long as we hold the 11,000 again this next time around, that's it. It's off the races. That's it. Goodbye. I think Bitcoin will not break the 9,000 level. If we fail this, if we break out here and we fail down below the 11,100, the 9,600 level is in play. So let's just see what Bitcoin decides to do. Whether it continues to break here to the upside. Let's see here. And does this the double dip dabble play out, or what happens exactly going forward? But Bitcoin will do whatever Bitcoin wants to do, and we've seen a lot of positive news, right, coming into effect, causing the rise, helping the rise to come into effect. Wow, Ethereum just turned the other way, of course. Like, it said, what? The 280? I ain't hearing that. And it's like, no, it's coming right back to the main trend line. And if it can break above this, right, it looks like it's going to have some troubles here, right? Because there's a crossroads here, right? This is actually this is not only the main trend line, but also a main resistance level at 361. And so because of that, there's going to be a little bit of traffic there at 361. Let's see how Ethereum handles that. If Ethereum decides to roll over, it might take Bitcoin with it. So let's see what happens in the next little while. The positive thing is that if we go back to Ethereum, Bitcoin, we're going to get a 4-hour close. If we could get a 4-hour close just above this line, that would be, which would be in the next, 49 minutes? That would be positive for Bitcoin. But right now it's still struggling. It's got another hour to do this, almost an hour to do that. So, and same with, I think the same thing with Ethereum. If they can have a positive close above the 361 level, 4-hour close, that would be a breakout. And that would be a positive sign going forward for Ethereum as well. So there we go. Alrighty. With that said, once again, right, if you're interested in joining this live show, you could purchase a couple of the DJ15 tokens and join us in the Telegram group, where we're slowly growing the family here, right? You can see there's 200 people that have joined up, right? And you can do so too, and then you will have access to the live stream, which you can see here, which I post. If you also if you don't want to go through the process of learning how to sign a transactions, which I suggest you do, right, because it's a cool thing to learn. Well, not signing a transaction, signing a message, basically. Not signing a transaction, signing a message, right, is a cool thing to do. If you don't want to do that, you could also join. You could purchase Pandora's wallet subscription, and you will also be part of the group, because I also post that in Pandora's wallet. Telegram group as well. Alrighty. Let's talk about what's going on in the news, right? What's going on? Well, first off, right, Goldman Sachs has been warned. I'm warning you, Goldman. I'm warning you. Soon, there will be a scramble to catch up on Bitcoin. You're behind. You're falling behind. And when you fall behind, you're going to get hurt. That's what Michael Novogratz is saying to Goldman Sachs. He's wagging his finger at them, right? Because his corporation, what is it? Galaxy Digital, right? They're like Goldman Sachs, brokerage house, and they're way ahead of the curve on the Bitcoin, right? And Goldman Sachs is falling behind. And then they're going to have to scramble to catch up to Galaxy Digital. Okay, buddy. Let's see. Goldman Sachs has control over probably 90% of all central banks. They are the vampire squid of the financial industry. they suck money out of every single rich and poor person alike, and they don't care. and it doesn't matter. They'll find a way to bring their vampire squid claws onto Bitcoin and suck the life out of that too. But at least they won't have a system that prints money, right, to help them along with that kind of system. They'll probably just create their own fraudulent system on Ethereum, right, and get everybody into that and wipe them out. Like, this is what they do. I don't know who in their right mind, yeah, I've got a lot of money and I need somebody to invest it. I think I'm going to do with Goldman Sachs. I mean, a little bit of investigation will realize that that'd be a bad idea. But people do it anyways. And I don't get it. Oh my gosh, it's so hilarious, right? It's just, you heard the saying, a sucker is born every minute. I mean, don't Goldman Sachs run out of suckers? I don't get it. But it's true. They just seem to find them, and I guess they hide the fact that how do you hide the fact that you're such a criminal organization? I mean, it's so clear. It's so clear. Like anything they say, you pretty much trade against them. But anyways, yeah, they managed to do it anyways, right? Because they've got people everywhere. So I guess you know what, they have somebody on the boards of the software, or they have something against somebody to say, oh, you know what, you're gonna invest that money over here or else, right? They got something on people. I don't know. All right. Well, everybody's saying that this is what happened, but that why Bitcoin had popped off, right? Because Jack Dorsey, right, of Square, right? He owns Square as well as Twitter. And he put $50 million into Bitcoin, right? 1% of the assets. But remember what I said yesterday, right? Remember what I said about when I went down to the 1 hour looking for what was going to happen next, right? If I did a little bit more analyst, if I analyzed the market a little bit more, right, I would have saw not only this fractal, but also the dabble on the 4 hour, right? Because I missed it, the dabble on the 4 hour yesterday, because I don't know what happened either. I just wasn't looking at it, or it wasn't showing up on the charts or something like that. I don't know, but I missed that, which took us right up to here, right? And then this fractal, right, really helped out. Now, if I took some more time, of course, the fractal only fired once it broke this level, which was the 10,629. And I should, you know what, I forgot. I wanted to go into more details on the fractals here, but I totally forgot. I totally spaced on that. So, but yeah, this fractal, right, is basically a pattern, candlestick pattern, these three candles here, which indicate that the price is going to go higher, and it fires once once it breaks this top candle right here. So, and they could tell that once it does that, the possible level that it's going to go to, right, is easily measured, right? And I eyeballed it, and I said, okay, well, pretty much 700 and for 10,700, and look at that, right, there you go. And then it continued, right? Of course, because it broke through this major trend line, and there's like the news coming out, and yeah, so there we are, and there we are. Alrighty, so this is what we're seeing. This is what's going to happen in the next year, because as people realize the Federal Reserve has one thing on their mind. Right? You see this keyboard? They have the same keyboard. And they just they press this button right here a lot, like this. They're going to be doing that a lot. A lot. And corporations are going to realize that's the case, right? And there's going to be a mad scramble, right? you're going to see this list here is going to increase significantly. Right? It's going to be like, we're off. We got MicroStrategies on the head. We got Galaxy Digital right behind MicroStrategies, and we got Square coming right in behind Digital. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those crazy races where you're going to see corporation after corporation loading the boat on Bitcoin. And it's going to be insane, right? And I'm looking forward to that, right? Because, and another positive thing about all of this is that Square has put together a white paper on how to manage your cryptocurrency your Bitcoin assets, right? Because obviously they're going to probably only stick with Bitcoin. Maybe some corporations, smaller ones, will go into other assets like Ethereum and others down the list, right? You'll see that some of them will even hold Tether and other stable coins because they want to be able to be a little bit more dynamic in their movements between the two assets, and so it will be an unbelievable situation going forward with cryptocurrencies. Just wow. I'm shocked. This is going to be jaw dropping. We're at the cusp of a jaw-dropping move in Bitcoin. And I mean, I've already said many times, right? I've said this, that I really see Bitcoin going to $1.2 million, right? And a lot of you were like, no, right? But, but think about this for a second, right? Many people have pointed out that, like Willy Woo and so forth, pointed out that only $25 billion, right? $25 billion. That, how much $25 billion is in T? Do you know how much that is? That's like pocket change. That falls out of the pocket of a government of a government. Whoops! Sorry, we lost $25 billion. Right?
Okay.
That much brings Bitcoin to $50,000 per Bitcoin. Just that much.
Wow.
So,
no,
how much does corporations have on cash on their balance sheet? I thought, isn't that like $5 trillion?
Now, I have two things to say about it. First of all, when someone says it's impossible that gets to $1.2 million, one has to think, how much will you be able to buy with $1 million in the future? Right?
Not only that, but here's the thing. The reason why...
And the other was about what you said, about the billions of dollars that are lost. Why we don't see that effect right now? How much does it take?
Well,
how long?
It takes, first off, people to actually buy, right? And we actually started to get the corporations into this. And then once they all FOMO in all of a sudden, right? That's when the price starts to move, right? And that's what we're waiting for, right? The realization that they have to be in this space, and they start buying, right? The last move was just retail. Now it's time for corporate FOMO, and the corporate FOMO is going to be out of this world. Out of this world. Okay, right? It's going to be so ridiculous, right? Because you're going to hear about how, this is going to be the future, and you got to have it, or else, you're not going to have any money, and all kinds of craziness, right? And this is why I see $1.2 million, right? So, and it because of all the cash that's lying around, it's easily going to do that. And then more the cash that's yet to come. I mean, wait until because here's the thing. Do you know, I've already said this many times, banks have right now no limit on how much they can lend to you. That means you could knock on the bank's door and say, give me $1 trillion, right? And to borrow. And they could write you a note. They could write up a note for $1 trillion and give you to deposit $1 trillion in the bank account. There's no limit. Nothing. There's nothing to stop them from doing that. Absolutely nothing. haven't figured that out yet, they will. They will. And when they do, that's it. It's game over, right? Game over for the fiat currencies around the world, right? All right. Well, with that said, thank you guys for watching today's show. I've had a great time. Every day I come out here, it's a great time with all of you guys, and I'm looking forward to the questions and answer period. So if you want to join us, remember, the link's in the description below. You could join us by purchasing the DJ15 tokens or join us through Pandora's wallet subscription. So thanks and cheers for now.
Bye.